Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We are in episode 3, talking about specific approaches for different divisions. And Adam, we're talking about the actual dieting approach, and you can't talk about that without understanding the look. And I was out in LA for the first ever wellness division, the rollout, the launch for the NPC and the IFBB. And it was highly anticipated. I mean, everybody was crowding around the stage. What are they going to do? What are they going to award? And I think they nailed it in terms of, I had Chet and Natalie Nichols, both IFBB pros, both NPC judges. We talked about this in a Contest Prep University feature the week prior, got to share the experience with them out there. And I think they nailed it when they said, it's going to kind of be a bikini look, but with just bigger, more muscular legs. And sure enough, these ladies, had tremendous conditioning, just like you said, between bikini and figure, not a lot of difference there. I thought wellness was going to be the NPC play to let women come in with really kind of less lower body conditioning because of estrogen differences. That's 90% of the sex trait differences between men and women. And it really wasn't. These women just had pretty massive muscular legs, but still had really, really good conditioning.
Yeah, I was fearful of the same thing, and I saw the show, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. Literally everyone came in pretty much the criteria for that division. It was a very competitive show. And the girl in red, she just, I mean, from first glance, I was like, no one's going to beat her. But with that division, it's so awesome because what a great time to be in the sport where now we're catering to a lot of these women who we've kind of idolized on Instagram, but there was really no place for them yet in bodybuilding or in the bodybuilding community. And now there's something, I feel like, even more so for everybody now. So making sure you fit that criteria is key. And one thing that I really noticed about that show is girls who could have competed very well against the girl in the red, they were posing their quads very hard and showing just an extreme amount of separation. And I believe it was Becky Clausen immediately, maybe 3 or 4 weeks prior, was saying, if you have striated legs, try to hide that a bit. And the moment I saw those girls who could have been more competitive, I saw them flexing. I knew that they were going to get marked down for that. So that made it pretty easy to make the girl in red my pick.
But she really did still have tremendous conditioning. I mean, I think you could easily see even her sartorius, separated from the rectus femoris and medialis and all that. But it was still kind of the bikini posing and posturing. And so there's just a little bit larger musculature, but it's still, to me, a little bit closer to the bikini side. Maybe the bikini upper body and the figure lower body almost would be a good way to state it. But I think in terms of a dieting and peaking approach, it's as if you could say, okay, you've gotten lean enough, you're in that bikini and figure realm, but now let's make sure you're pretty full. This is where we want to see some healthy muscle, not necessarily erring on the side of just being super, super tiny. And so it almost gives you that advantage of being able to fill back up through a progressive linear load, or maybe you're just not quite as lean. And so you can still, you can err on the side of being tight, but still make it because you're still pretty big, pretty muscular.
I definitely agree. Also, too, making sure that you have a pretty extreme amount of volume of muscle in the glutes, because a lot of those girls aren't as lean in the lower body as you think they would be, but the muscles are just so huge on those girls. They're just going to look much leaner than they actually are because how big their lower bodies are.
I was joking. I mean, I was actually with Brett Contreras at the show over the weekend a little bit. And I said, yeah, they made this division just for you. Like your impact in this industry has led to this division. And
absolutely.
I was joking, but I'm also being true. I mean, I really think that's the case.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more from Brett in the future in this sport. I mean, we already have seen a huge impact. I mean, he was the guy who invented the hip thrust, and just mechanically sitting down and thinking about how can I build my glutes, he comes up with that exercise, which seems so simple, but no one thought of this before him. And there's still things in the sport we haven't thought of. So I encourage everyone watching this to still think about things and try things.
Absolutely. All right, man. Thank you, Adam. And you guys stay tuned. We're going to roll on through all the women's divisions and talk about unique approaches to dieting and peaking. We'll see you next time.